Hello everyone, this is Hadrian. Thank you for watching. Let's play some more Crusader Kings II in our Lord of the Scots series. Things are going well. We had a succession change in the last episode or two. Thought it would go a lot worse than it actually did. King Ewan is now full grown. He was a boy king when he took the throne. He was, 12 or 13? And he is betrothed to Adalberga de Lodi, who is 14, so we'll be able to marry in a few years. It will cost us some prestige, but we're gaining prestige from these wars that we're kicking butt in. And that's the other thing. You know, we've had these wars declared on us, and things are just going unimaginably well with all of our allies helping us to defend. And because we're in defensive wars, anything else that happens that requires us to raise troops, we can just march our troops around and do stuff in a way that is really, really effective. And it doesn't make our vassals mad at us that we're using their levy for war purposes. So we're waiting for this war score to tick up to 100. Okay, good. So this is another attempt on the life of the boy duke, or the boy count of Fortrio. Let's see what happens. Hopefully our involvement doesn't become public knowledge. Pretty good plot power, actually. It's 155% now. I didn't see that. Okay, we'll just have to try again. Plot remains unknown. Let's see if anyone else is interested in joining. We're going to sort by plot power. Nope, no one else. It's a shame. That would help. Oh, wait. So we can finish off this war now. We're going to get prestige. We're going to gain piety. We're going to get a little bit of gold, but not much. And the Germanic peoples are going to lose some moral authority for having lost that war. Jerks. Alright, so we got some prestige from that, which is awesome. Now we just need to wait for this to get all the way up to 100, so we can enforce demands. We'll get a little bit more gold from him. We'll have a 50 gold, in fact. And we'll gain 300 prestige. Which is quite good, especially considering the fact that when this marriage happens, unfortunately, we will lose prestige because she is a little lowborn. She's a great character, but she's lowborn. Oh, she's become deceitful. That's not good. But it does give her higher intrigue, which is good. And she has high stats otherwise. So I think she's still going to be a good mommy. And she's a genius. So I think this is going to be a good character for the future of our dynasty. We don't have an heir to the throne right now. We do. It's our uncle, High Chief Uridoc of NC Hilth, and he has a good opinion of us, thankfully. So we are probably in the best position rule-wise that we've been in a while. That might change if we fail in our plot to kill the Count of Fortrio, but I would really like to have that territory for myself, honestly. That would be very handy and not have to worry about Fortrio anymore. People will still try and claim it, but having the military power of Fortrio would definitely be a good thing. Under my direct control, that is. Right now it's under my allied control. All right, this war is up to 78%. I can't enforce demands yet. Again, I think it has to be at 100. I've very rarely been able to enforce demands outside of 100%. I think that's pretty normal, standard fare for Crusader Kings. This army is just huge. So I dare anyone to attack me. It would be funny if they did. So last episode, another character actually created the Duchy of NC Hilth. So it's currently all of this territory. De jure, it's just this territory. That one, and that one. But the one who created it actually holds all of this territory as well. So it's actually quite a large duchy that could be pretty powerful, given that this character has so many titles to his name. What I need to do is have children that I can spread the titles between to where one person doesn't quite have that much power in the future. Getting them back might be a bit of a chore, but that's what we'll try and do. Our knowledge of military organization and flotilla increased to level 1. Good. Is there anything else I can do here, building-wise? Nothing that's not really expensive. We do a training ground. It would increase the levy size, but it would also cost us 400 prestige. It's nice to have a 22-year-old king closing in on 1,000 prestige. The way that prestige currently works, I'll show you, as far as helping other characters' opinion of you. It's changed versus past games. It's not quite as big of a bonus as it used to be. It used to be that you would divide the prestige, whatever the prestige was, by 100, and then just round down, regardless of how close you were to being at the next 100. You would always round down. So there's no rounding up. It's always rounding down to the bottom 100. So, and it would be that bonus. So right now we have 787 prestige. That means every character would be affected by our prestige by +7. Their opinion of us would be affected by +7. Now they've actually halved that. So, and I think it's still rounded down. So the bonus, as you might have seen just now from looking here, is +3. Kind of annoying. I would have preferred +7. But again, just the more prestige you have, the better you do. See, the prestige of each successive ruler you play is summed up and used to calculate your final score. Prestige is pretty important in Crusader Kings II. We're at 88% war score with Grand Chief Wickham the Cruel of Saxony. Looking forward to declaring peace with him. We're also trying to fabricate a claim in Tir Canail. We fabricated a claim on Tir Yogane, so as soon as this war is over, one thing we're going to do is take that over. And then we're going to take Tir Canail as well. Let's take a look at our plot here. We're at 170% plot power. Trying to kill the Chief of Fortrio. Our betrothed can marry. Excellent. Adalberga de Lodi. So we are going to lose 200 prestige from this. We do want to get married to her. She's now our wife. We can gain 50 of that prestige back, all things considered, or we could gain gold. I'd rather gain the prestige back, personally. Prestige didn't even drop that much. Interesting. Pick an ambition. Let's have a son. We definitely want to have a son. That should raise our fertility somewhat, because you're deliberately trying to have a child. So King Ewan of Pictland is now actively trying to continue his family name. King Ewan, of course, is the grandson of Sinyad. And his parents... What's going on here? More offers to join the war? Sure. Petty King of Mercia. I thought they were already in the war. But his grandparent was King Sinyad. His siblings were Canuel, Sinyad... actually, this kid died at age 10. And then Mary. So, who... Okay. So, King Ewan... Interesting. So... Yeah, that's right. His mom was... Okay, I got mixed up for a second. I was thinking in terms of Sinyad and his original wife. But we've been through 2 generations. Sinyad was the first king that we started as. %. Just keeping an eye on that number. We can raise a tribal army because we have tons of prestige, which is awesome. Good. Our efforts to raise some additional raise prestige for ourselves has succeeded. We have some bonus troops available. I could strive to become better, or I can be satisfied with who I am and what I have. I will never be satisfied. A 45% chance of gaining the ambitious trait. Yes, please. Yes, we're ambitious. That'll make other characters like us a little bit less, but now we have 22 martial, 11 diplomacy, 7 stewardship, 9 intrigue, and 7 learning. See, it's a +2 bonus to everything. Ambitious is a nice trait to have. The only thing that's bad, again, is that it makes other ambitious characters like you by 25 less, because they're competitive, and they want what you want. So the war score is about to tick up to 100, which is awesome. should happen this year, I would imagine. I hope it does. It's at 97 now. Could we potentially... It's at 98 now, actually. Could we go ahead and enforce demands now? Nope. Every now and then I feel like I've been able to enforce demands at like 98 or 99, but very rarely can you actually enforce demands upon someone unless you've completely beaten them. Your war score has to be at 100 in order to enforce demands and get some additional bonuses and really humiliate the enemy. There it is. 100%. Offer peace. Enforce demands. Done. All right, so that is over. Our prestige is at 1200. We got some gold out of that. We can disband all of our armies. We can disband these guys, our special event troops, because we don't need them. We can raise a tribal army too if we need to invade anywhere. So now, speaking of invading, oh good, Adelberga is pregnant. So speaking of invading, we're going to go ahead and declare war on Tir Yogane. Let's take a look real quick. Yeah, he's not going to stand a chance. We're going to conquer Tir Yogane. And can we go ahead and declare war on you too? No, because we're still trying to get that claim. Alright, we can't raise troops there. We can't raise troops in any of these provinces. Pretty soon we should be able to. But we shouldn't need anything more than this army right here. Alright, so we're going to send these troops to Ulster. So it looks like they're trying to move on Oriel in the meantime, which is fine. They can try and fight me. They'll lose. Chief Udros, the one we're trying to kill, actually just sent in some forces to fight. All right, good. So our vassals are sending their troops in to fight this guy's army, which is perfect because it just gives us the ability to muster our forces. Perfect. Alright, so now we're going to go to this particular province. Vassal levies. Vassal levies raised too long. Yeah, I know. So we're getting this warning again because we're not in a defensive war now, so our vassals get pissy when we have their troops away from home for too long, even though we are conquering land in the name of Pictland. Screw you, they say. Let's take a quick look at our council and make sure that, yeah, see, there are characters that are better than our current councilors. Let's go ahead and appoint Herb. And then we're going to have him try and fabricate a claim there instead. Marshal, that's our best Marshal. Steward, that's our best Steward. Spymaster, yeah, there's definitely a better Spymaster. So Telerik is not going to like being kicked off the council, but he's just going to have to deal. Oh, actually, wait, no. Because our wife would be Spymaster. And that's the next best Spymaster. That's not good because our state intrigue would not be as high. So, see, the next one down is the Chief of Say, and he's just not that good of a character. Yeah, I'll leave the Spymaster slot alone. And then Court Chaplain, not anything better. Alright, so we're doing well here. Oh, good. We've won. We're going to enforce our demands and take control. The following titles will be lost on succession. How's that? Okay, good. It went away. I had a feeling it would go away. Sometimes that pops up for a second after you've taken someone over. All right, awesome. So that's actually personally owned by us. Oh, good. We have a son. Alessander? Tell you what, let's just go all in. Let's actually name him Alexander. That's a cool name. So we've fulfilled our ambition to have a son. Let's see what his traits are. He doesn't have any bad traits, doesn't have any good traits. So unfortunately, he didn't get his mother's genius trait, which sucks. That's the whole reason that we married you, woman, was to pass that on. So now we're just going to... Well, there's not really an ambition that's worth having. I guess try and have a daughter. I guess. That might lead to him having another son, of course, which would not be good. But then again, actually it might. I was talking about having additional kids and how I need to divide the titles up that I'm conquering right now between different nobles. Are we still trying to kill this guy? Because I feel like it's taking forever for an additional plot. Yeah, the Grand Chief of Saxony is still listed as a threat. We have a truce with him until June of this year. My co-conspirator, Chief Brocane, here we go, has bribed a hunter taking Chief Udrost on a trip to the wilds to quietly dispatch the child and to make it look like an accident. They call it the wilds for a reason. Yay for baby killing. Rewallan is no longer court chaplain for King Ewan. I'm guessing he died. So we'll make Canuel Prince Archbishop of Nuantia. That character. And we're going to send him right back to keep proselytizing Infadoc. I really wish that I had a better court chaplain, though. I have an option to invite a holy man to court using my piety. So I could do that to generate some additional characters that might be better. Probably should have done that, in fact. But for now, we'll stick with that character because I think he's going to die soon anyway. Awesome. Success. The hunter did what he was paid for and made sure Chief Udrost never returned from the hunting trip. He will keep quiet about his ghastly deed to save his own skin, if nothing else. To hunt a man is truly the greatest sport. Sarah is no longer spymaster for King Yuen. We have inherited the chiefdom of Fortru and other titles from Chief Udrost. Other titles, huh? Oh, wow. He had a lot of titles. Holy crap. He had the chiefdom of Sursen. Well, this is wonderful. So we actually directly control... Our domain is still, we can still grow by 3 more, but we now control all this. Oh, that's awesome. That's a really good step in the right direction. So we now completely control the de jure duchy of Albany. See? There's no longer a difference in the map. That's good. That's what you want. And then we also control the province, the county of Fortrio. Excellent. And now we're just waiting for this claim to be fabricated. We can hold a grand tournament, too. You know what else we could do, though? We could hold a summer fair. So what would be better? We could lose 200 gold and hold a grand... I don't want to spend 200 gold. I'd rather have the 200 gold to upgrade my buildings. Speaking of that, let's go ahead and build a reinforced hill fort here, because we need to build towards having the maximum possible settlement type there, so that we can upgrade to feudalism. Now, I could upgrade to feudalism using Lut, but the thing is... Actually, that reminds me... We need to go ahead and move to high tribal organization, because we need to have absolute tribal organization in order to adopt feudalism. Let's have a second look at that just to be sure. Yep, absolute tribal organization. So since we had another transition of power, we're going to go ahead and institute this law. And also, higher centralization will increase our domain size as well. So we'll have additional room to conquer territory as this king. Perfect. We won't be able to change that until 827, so we have 10 years. So technically we could go ahead. This king could be the one that oversees the transition to feudalism. I might not even need to move my capital to Lut, which was the original plan. I might just be able to make feudalism happen using this king. Oh, that's going to be awesome. As long as nothing goes wrong. Oh, man. All right, so that assassination plot went very, very, very well. Now, speaking of assassination plots... This guy holds so much territory. Our plot power to kill him would not really be that high. His heir is Telurg Map Uridoc. Yeah. I'll leave that alone for now. I'm concerned about the fact that we essentially have a new Duke of Fortrio. This character that created this duchy with all this territory. I mean... God, I mean, there's just so much. If I mean, let's take a look at our realm tree. Yeah, here he is. Oh, that's good, actually. It's only 58%. So this... All right, let's take a moment for those of you who are watching this who are not as familiar as Crusader Kings II. I know for a fact a few of you have picked it up during the Steam Summer Sale while you've been playing because you've been watching this series. I really am glad that I've been able to talk you into getting Crusader Kings. So let me point something out to you. When you pull up the realm tree here, this is a great way for you to see who is powerful compared to you. So the realm tree button is here. If you pull this up, obviously this is always going to say 100% because this is the percentage strength relative to the king. And so, of course, the king's strength relative to himself is always going to be 100%. So, right now, this guy is the biggest threat to me as far as someone who could lead an uprising. And he has this massive amount of territory, and he's at 58%. He's at 58%. I mean, it's awesome. I mean, we have 42% larger of a force than he does. And then the next person down is at 19%. So basically right now I have nothing to worry about when it comes to revolts. This is what you want to see. It's very rare, especially once you have an empire under your hands and just a lot more things that can go wrong. But that's one of the things you can really learn to get good at in Crusader Kings II is kind of micromanaging where the titles go, who has them, and making sure inheritance is managed as much as possible. There's always an element of chaos because kids are always being born and plots are always being fabricated. But you can manage that to an extent where you have less rebellion. That's one of the things that you need to do if you're going to play as the Byzantine Empire at all. And believe me, it's a bitch and a half. But anyway, I wanted to point that out really quick before I ended the episode. I will go ahead and cut this one here. Thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I upload new episodes in Lord of the Scots every day at noon Eastern Daylight Time, which is GMT-4 for those of you not in the States. And comments are always welcome. If you're just now joining me in this series, again, this is an open commentary series. Comments are always welcome on my series, but this is one where it's not just commentary, it's open advice. I have openly welcomed anyone watching this, especially experienced Crusader Kings II players, to point out things that I've done wrong or could do better. All I ask is that people are civil on the channel. And in this particular case, I'm really asking for people to tell me how to play and give me advice. And it's been great because I've had a few people regularly commenting and pitching in on some things that could have been improved. So again, you're welcome to do that. It's been a big part of it so far. Or you can just lurk and just watch and enjoy. That's perfectly fine too. Thanks to all of you for being here, and I'll see you next episode.